Hi everyone, my name is Sarena and Nanua, and I'm Sasha Nanua, and we are twin sisters and co-authors of the upcoming young adult novel, A Riddle of Thorns. This is a dark academia romantic mystery, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a reading from chapter 1 of the book. Alright, chapter 1. Every year on my birthday, my mother gifted me a riddle. It wasn't my entire gift, but until I solved it, I wouldn't receive my true birthday present. A bottle of her sweet, handcrafted lavender perfume, a bundle of freshly clipped wildflowers, or, on my 8th birthday, a swing set in the garden wrapped in long vines of wisteria. I suppose she was preparing me, in a way, for the largest riddle of my life. Why she disappeared without a trace 7 years ago. The horses jerked to a halt. My coach driver poked a bald head through the curtain that separated us. For God's sake, young lady, I can't leave you here. Don't you know Razorthorn Manor is haunted? As a matter of fact, I did know. I peeled my gaze away from my gold pocket watch to look out the open window. Now a shade of its former self, Razorthorn Manor looked dull and overgrown, with vines smothering the cracked windows and empty sills. The knocker attached to the front door, shaped like the estate's namesake plant, had rusted from copper to murky green. The bleached roots sloped elegantly on either side, held up by several columns, the ivory pillars engraved with Flora's abundant garlands. And there, the wrought iron gate to the garden stood ajar, exactly as I remembered it. Its silver lock and chain puddled on the grass. I didn't need to look inside to know what was left behind. The garden where I played and laughed, cried and raged. Dead. Autumn air blew through the coach's window, soaked with a haunting chill. But it wasn't the wind that made me shiver. This was the last place I saw Mama. I cleared the cobwebs from my memory and summoned the dregs of one recollection in particular. Mama and I standing in front of the garden gate just 2 days before her disappearance. How about another round of marbles and riddles? Mama asked. Despite the way the sun's rays poured over her, she looked like a faded version of herself, as though I were watching her move from within a creased sepia photograph. Shit, I chided. My hair was tied up in a bun in a failed attempt to emulate my mother. Don't let Marta hear us. Mama winked, her deep brown eyes alight with mischief. She pretended to lock her lips, then pressed a velvet pouch of marbles into my tiny palm like it was a secret she wanted me to protect. I dashed off, barely noticing the faint wrinkle of worry between her brows. You must have heard the rumors, I'm sure, the driver remarked at my silence. Ghosts, strange sounds in the garden, ever since that woman drowned in the Seine. Her name was Gupta, I snapped, my voice as harsh as the tug of the reins that leashed the horses to the carriage. And she's no phantom. Not the physical sort, the kind that haunts a place past death. No, my mother was a ghost of a different kind. The kind that plagued my mind, my dreams, and my nightmares. So that was the first 2 pages of A Riddle of Thorns, and if you're interested in learning more about the book, you can check it out on all retailers. It will be available on October 14th, 2025. And we'd like to pitch the book as for fans of Divine Rivals meets the Inheritance game. So it kind of has this godly element to the book, and it also has a lot of riddles, puzzles, and games. So essentially our main character is returning to Paris after 7 years since her mother's disappearance, and now she's finally going to try to claim her inheritance, but soon learns that she actually has to compete for that inheritance against 3 other strangers. And it's definitely for fans of fantasy, mystery, it's even got gothic elements. And it's also a historical novel, as it is set in the early 1900s in Paris, France. And we really wanted to do that because we wanted to blend together all of our favorite genres into one book. So Sasha and I both love fantasy novels. But what a lot of people don't know is that I'm a big fan of historical, and Sasha really loves mysteries and thrillers. So we thought, why not kind of combine all those loves and all those genres into one book? And that's how we ended up with A Riddle of Thorns. So we hope you all enjoy it, and thank you so much for listening.